Hello, it's Char S. Creating Company. Well, do you ever wonder why things you really want or need, pray for, do your visualization, meditation for, just doesn't seem to pan out? No matter what you do, it just doesn't hold true. You read the books, you see the videos, and no matter what you're doing, you just can't seem to manifest what you want. That's Jackson. Well, I think it's because, at least from my research and my own experience, it's due to we are praying wrong. There's a quote in the Bible by Jesus. It goes something like this. Okay? That if two of us agree as touching anything, we may ask, it shall be done for us. Now, what does that mean? If two shall be touching a thing. What that means is two minds are better than one. And even more than that are better than two. But if you have two people mirroring each other in thought and feeling of a thing that you might be praying for, you're more apt to get it. It's more apt to show up in your life. I know that's worked for me. I've prayed for things on my own, and it takes a lot longer. But when I am with a group, whether the group is near me or far away, if they have the same process in their, or thought process in their minds and heart, chances are it's going to manifest. So I'm just wondering, do you pray with anybody? Do you collaborate with anyone and try to get whatever it is you really, really desire to come in your life? I would like to read this small little chapter to you, just for educational purposes. And it's from a book called Riches Within Your Reach by Robert Collier. It was written in 1947. He's written books before that. And others have written similar things. But it starts out with Catalysts of Power. And it's a little poem. Doubt not, fear not, work on and wait. As sure as dawn shall conquer dark, so love will triumph over hate, and spring will bring again the lark. Douglas Malloch. Nearly 2,000 years before Christ, it was said in the Vedas, I think I'm saying that right, the sacred writings of the Hindus, that if any two people would unite their psychic forces, they could conquer the world, even though singly they could do nothing. Then came Jesus to tell us even more positively that if two of us agree as touching anything, we may ask, it shall be done for us. Jesus never made any such positive promise of certain results when we pray alone. Why should it be necessary for two to unite their desires 4 prayers in order to be sure of results? If you add 2 plus 2, you get only 4. If you add your muscular power to mine, you can lift only twice as much as either of us could lift alone. Yet, if you add your prayers to mine, you get not merely twice the power, but hundreds or 1,000 times as much. Isn't that interesting? Why should this be? We have the word of many great psychologists that it is so. Judge Char of England, who was to the British Empire that Professor William James was to America, is authority for the statement. Is Brown Lansom and a score of psychologists of lesser note. What is the reason? Perhaps the answer lies in what the chemists call catalysts. In chemistry, there are certain substances which, when added to others, release many thousands of times as much power as they themselves contain. These catalysts, without losing any of their own energy, multiply the energy in other substances by thousands and sometimes even by millions. Perhaps that is what happens when 2 or more unite as touching the thing they shall pray for. Perhaps one is a catalyst, multiplying the power of the other by thousands upon thousands of times. Certain it is that even Jesus, when those about him were not in sympathy with him and did not believe in him, as on the occasion of his visit to Nazareth, worked no mighty works. Perhaps that is why, when he sent out his disciples to heal the sick, he sent them out 2 by 2. Be that as it may, one thing is sure: if 2 or more of you will get together for a minute or 2 each day and really agree as touching the thing you shall ask and the way you shall ask for it, you will get amazing results. Mind you, it is not enough to merely pray together. For the same thing, you must unite your thought. You may ask me to pray with you that you may be healed of an ulcerated stomach, and when we pray, you may be picturing those sores, thinking of the pain and trouble they have been causing, while I am picturing the perfect organ that God gave you. That is not uniting forces. That is setting them in opposition. We must both think health. We must both see in the mind's eye the thing we want, not the one we fear or wish we be rid of. The same is true of debts. You may be thinking of all the money you owe, of the mortgage that is falling due, or the cut in pay you had to take, while I am trying to help you by thinking of the infinite supply that God is sending you. We'll never accomplish much that way. We've both got to think and visualize riches, not debt or lack. We got to remember that the debts of the other wrong conditions are merely the lack of riches or health or other good thing, that when we provide the good, the evil disappears as naturally as darkness disappears when you turn on the light. So, what we must think of and see in our mind's eye is the light, i.e., the riches of the perfect health, or the love or other good thing we desire. If two can unite in doing that, there is no good thing they can ask, believing that they cannot get. In the preceding chapter, we quoted the article of Elizabeth Gregg in Nautilus telling how 5 women prayed together and every prayer was answered. And in chapter 5, we told of a similar group in Russell Conwell's church who accomplished even more marvelous results through united prayer. You have problems too great to be solved by you alone, and you have friends with problems that they are unable to handle. Why not get together and unite your forces? Why not meet for 15 minutes once a week? Talk over your difficulties, decide upon the case that seems most pressing, and then at a certain time each day, all of you drop whatever you are doing and give a minute or two to uniting your thought and your prayers. You can do it, and you will be amazed at the power of your united prayers. There is nothing of good you can ask, believing that cannot and will not be done for you. Let me say that again. There is nothing of good you can ask, believing that cannot and will not be done for you. Then here's a little thing here. It says, no star is ever lost, we once have seen. We always may be what we might have been. Well, what do you think of that? I hope that helps. And if you can get yourself a copy, this is a very old copy of Robert's book, Riches Within Your Reach. And it's Robert Collier. And these are the types of books I read and the kind of videos I search for, because I do believe we are so powerful, and together, magnificent. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe if you haven't, and like. That really would help me and my channel a lot. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye now.